In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a YouTube thumbnail using MoonPixlar. To create our thumbnail for YouTube for MoonPixlar, I'm actually going to come here and I'm going to choose Custom Graphics, and I'm going to choose any size. I'm going to give this a name of MoonPixlar Thumbnail, and I'm going to hit Let's Go. And when we open this up, you'll see it's a giant square here, but what we want to do is we want to set this to a good size for a YouTube thumbnail, which would be something along the lines of 1920 by 1080, which is the same aspect ratio of your actual 16 by 9 videos. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a background in here. So I'm going to come over to background, and I'm going to type in moon and hit go. I'm going to find a nice moon image that matches somewhat the image we used earlier, which is this one right here. You can see it drops it in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an image. And in this case, we're going to hit upload. And I'm going to go to MoonPixlar. I'm going to find this image right here, which is a screenshot of the program. Okay. And I'm going to drop that in here. And I'm just going to resize this a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to add some text to this. So I'm going to come up to text. And we're going to find something that we like here. So we could choose something more stylized down here if we wanted to. But I think I'm going to stick with the big text here. And I'm going to take that up to the top here. And I'm just going to type in the word training. And then I'm going to resize that to make it nice and big. I'm going to put that over here for a moment. And then I'm going to upload another image. And this time I'm going to upload the MoonPixlar logo. Okay. I'm going to bring that up to the top here. And I'm going to resize this one as well. And so now we've got MoonPixlar training. Okay. And you can see here this gets kind of lost in the moon a little bit, this word training. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create another text. Big text here. And I'm also going to have this say training. And we're going to move that over here for a moment. Okay, so we're going to take this word training, and I'm actually going to turn this black. Okay. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it behind here. Now normally we would just change the font size, but because I actually dragged this one larger, it's still going to list it as the same font size as before. So I'm going to take this and just kind of drop it just behind it like this, and maybe resize it a little bit to match what's there behind it. And once we get that to a pretty good size that matches pretty well, I'm going to drag it like this. And then I'm going to double click on it. And I'm going to do this drop down right here. And I'm going to send it to the back. Okay. And by doing so, you'll see it drops it behind the white one. And we're actually going to take this and drag it down just a little bit so that we get that nice shadow there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some text for the title of this particular video. So I'm going to hit the big text option here, and I'm going to drag this over to here. And we're going to give this a name, such as, in this case, how to create a Twitter background with MoonPixlar. Okay, once we create that, we're going to take this and we're going to resize this text in here. We're going to see if we can make this a nice big size that fits in here. And then we'll move it into position here. And perhaps we'll make this even bigger. Once we have this at a size that we like, so it's just 77 here, Okay, so now I'm going to highlight all of this text, and we're going to copy that. And then we're going to come over to the text area. We're going to create another text here. And just drop this over here, highlight it, and paste. And then once we have that in there, we can go back here. You can see it's at 77. So we're going to highlight these again, and we're going to make these 77 as well. Okay, and then we're going to change the color to a black once again. And then we're going to take that. Okay, so we're going to take that, and we're going to drag it up here and have it just below the top layer there. And then we're going to double click and highlight all of that. We're going to click this drop down, and once again, we're going to hit send to back. And that's going to drop it behind, and now you can see it's got this nice little shadow to it. And if we want to adjust that, we can. So for instance, I may want to make that a little more prominent. And then we can even change this color if we want. So maybe we want to go with a brighter white so it stands out more. Or if that doesn't work, we can go back. We can make it a darker gray until you find something that you like. Now I may also shrink this down a little bit and then make this text a little bit larger. So maybe we'll go with like an 87. And then we'll grab the bottom text here as well. So we'll have to move this out of the way for one moment, highlight this. Make that an 85 as well. Drag this back into position. In fact, we're going to bring this down a little bit right to here. And we'll drag this down just below it. If we're happy with that, we can save that as it is. We may want to make some more adjustments. I still think this is a little tough to read over the gray moon, so we may want to make a few adjustments to that. So maybe what we'll do is we will highlight this, and maybe we'll go with like a bluish color to match some of the other items in there. So if we go with something like this, and now that stands out a little bit better there. And once we're happy with that, we can save that. You can also put some text graphics on the bottom here if that makes sense. But I think we're going to leave this as it is. And I'm just going to hit save. And then I'm going to download it. And we'll be able to use it in our videos. So that's how we make a YouTube thumbnail inside of MoonPixlar. If you have any questions, of course, please feel free to ask me on Facebook.